Have you ever felt like the whole world is against you? Like every voice around you and even the one inside your head keeps whispering doubts and telling you that you're not good enough? Those moments can feel suffocating, like there's no way out. But what if I told you that those whispers, those doubts can be silenced? Not with shortcuts or hacks, but through relentless, unyielding action. The kind of action that most people aren't willing to take. Sometimes all the voices around you seem to be steering you in the wrong direction. They say, "You're wasting your time. This is too hard," or "You'll never make it." And the worst part, you start to believe them. But here's the thing. Those voices don't define you. What defines you is how you respond. It's the work you put in. Not for a week, not for a month, but for years. Real growth isn't about a quick fix. It's about sacrifice, pain, and the kind of focus that makes you say, "This is what I want, and I'll give everything I've got to get there." When you make that decision, when you truly commit to your path, something extraordinary happens. Those voices that once screamed at you to quit become background noise. You train yourself to push forward, to silence the doubts, and to trust the process. And let me tell you, the process isn't easy. It's brutal. It's exhausting. It's lonely. But it's also the only way to achieve something real, something that will make you proud when you look back. Think about it. How often do you stop and really listen to yourself? Not the world, not the critics, not even the people who mean well, but don't understand your journey. I'm talking about that quiet voice inside you, the one that says, "Keep going." Most people drown it out. They let the noise of the world take over. They listen to opinions, judgments, and distractions until they lose sight of their own path. But when you learn to listen to yourself, to really trust that inner voice, you'll find a strength you never knew you had. Years ago, I had this wild, impossible dream. I can still remember how ridiculous it sounded, even to me. People laughed. They called me crazy. They said I'd never make it. And for a while, I believed them. But here's the thing. When you lace up your shoes every day, when you show up even when you don't feel like it, something changes. Little by little, the impossible starts to look possible. That dream that once felt out of reach starts to take shape, and eventually, it becomes your reality. There was a time when I thought I was done. Every voice, every circumstance, every person around me said, "You can't do this." It felt like the world was stacked against me. But instead of giving in, I made a choice. I decided to ignore the noise and keep going. I didn't have all the answers. I didn't know if I would succeed. But I knew one thing for sure. I wasn't going to quit. And you know what? That decision changed everything. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. There were days when I wanted to throw in the towel, when the pain felt unbearable, and the doubts crept back in. But every time I showed up, every time I pushed through, I got a little stronger. And over time, those small wins started to add up. That's the part most people don't see. They look at someone who's successful and think, it must have been easy for them. But they don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, and the countless times I wanted to give up but didn't. Success isn't about talent or luck. It's about resilience. It's about showing up day after day, even when everything in you is screaming to stop. And let me tell you, when you finally achieve that goal, when you fought through the pain and self-doubt, happiness feels so much sweeter. Every moment of joy is amplified because you've earned it. That's something people who haven't struggled will never understand, but here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. If you want it, you have to go out and take it. You have to be willing to fight for it, to face your fears and doubts head on, and sometimes that means going it alone. The journey isn't easy, and it's not supposed to be. But that's what makes it worth it. When you push through the pain, when you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever thought possible, you come out stronger on the other side. You become unstoppable. Let me ask you this. What's holding you back? Is it fear? Doubt? The opinions of others? Whatever it is, it's time to let it go. It's time to stop listening to the noise and start listening to yourself. You already have everything you need to succeed. The only question is, are you willing to put in the work? If this message resonates with you, if you feel that fire inside you, I want you to take action. Don't just sit there and think about it. Do something. Take the first step, no matter how small. And if you're already on your journey, keep going. Don't stop now. You're closer than you think. And hey, if this video inspired you, let me know in the comments. Share your story. What's one challenge you've overcome? Or what's one goal you're working toward right now? Let's build a community of resilience and support. Together we can achieve incredible things. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. That way, you'll never miss a new video. And remember, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to come, and I can't wait to share it with you. You've got this. Now go out there and make it happen.